Hello all you hardcores out there, how are you doing? Hello all you haters out there as well. We have got a new hater on YouTube. Go to my Dennis Hobson video, look under the comments and you will see Rough Mush. Hey? Keep watching Rough Mush, aka Tom Cairns, so he says. We've got a new Pokey Stoker, or is he a fan? I'm not sure what he is, but I don't know, what can you do? I keep attracting them, don't I? Carl Froch once told me, for every 100 likes you're going to get 10 dislikes, and it works with people who love you and people who hate you. You can't please everybody, can you, Mr. Rough Mush? Keep on trucking, but most of all, keep watching. Anyway, I've just given you your 1 minute of fame. You're not going to have 15 minutes, I can assure you, but anyway, straight into the action. Where can we start? And I have to say, last night, wouldn't you really? The Eddie Hearn show, or should we say Eddie Hearn, aka Hairplugs Eddie. Right, what I'm going to do, I'm just going to go through the what's happened yesterday, but the main show, Eddie Hearn's show, wasn't it? I'm not going to go through every single fight on the show. In fact, I'll tell you what we'll do, we'll mix it up. We'll go through all Saturday's action and we'll have a chat about what happened on Saturday, shall we? Hey, see what you all think to that. Now, we did the Dennis Hobson show on Friday, and I put the video out last night, late last night. OK Official did, my sponsors, and I had a few text messages off Dennis, so sending me his love. He'd love to have me back in working with him, wouldn't you, Dennis? Dennis Hobson, aka Ron Lyle. I can see where he's coming from. We beg to differ on a few things, but you know, I can only comment on what's there. I mean, a lot of people keep sending me emails saying, Russell, how come you don't do a video about Dennis's shows? And I thought, well, when I moved on with Dennis, obviously we had a little bit before that, didn't we? Only a little one, but I stormed off to Leeds in his car and left him there, so it's not a nice thing to do, but that's what I'm like. Me, I'm very highly strung. I'm the type of guy who turns up for his battles, win, lose or draw, because the worst thing that can happen is you get knocked out, innit? Now, I'm a pretty fearless individual. I'm not the toughest guy in the world, but I wear me out on my sleeve as regards boxing or most things. I've got a lot of morals. Now, we had a fallout, and that's just how it goes, but we've moved on, and I wish him well. But I had had to do a video about his show. It wasn't because it wasn't one of his best shows, but people were saying how come you hadn't done one, and I kept putting it off and putting it off, and I thought, you know what, I'm going to have to do one, so I did one. There's an old saying, there's any publicity is good publicity, and the only thing that's bad about publicity is not having any, so there were pluses to take from the show, so we'll leave it at that, shall we? But on to Saturday's stuff now. Saturday's bit of talk, shall we? We'll go by the fact that Eddie Hearn's saying they're in talks with Wilder. Maybe, maybe not, but I don't want to talk about Derek Chisora and Dillian White. We all know that Dillian White don't want to fight Luis Ortiz. Now, if he does, I'd be very surprised if it were pay-per-view. Very, 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 very surprised. But if he does fight Luis Ortiz, why is he doing Joshua's dirty work for him? Eh? It's my opinion. Well, Saturday's action. Benavidez. We'll start off with Benavidez. Benavidez got stopped in 12th round by Terence Crawford. Now, I think Terence Crawford now, Lomachenko, they're the top guys now, aren't they? They're the top guys. Have you noticed how people keep saying Anthony Joshua is a top guy? Well, he's not in Ring Magazine top 10, is he? For pound. But you'd have to say Crawford, wouldn't you, alone at the top. But well done to Terence Crawford. Great fighter. Angel Acosta. He did Rodriguez, didn't he, in 2 rounds. Well done to him. I don't really want to talk about MMA stuff. As far as I'm concerned, it's gay porn, so it's not for me, that. Simon Vallily and Glover. Now, Glover sparred at Peter's. Peter had him in to do some sparring. He's a good kid, and Peter said he'd go away, and obviously stopped Simon Vallily, hasn't he? And he's a good fighter. Now, he just broke him down, didn't he? And I think that him versus Lawrence Okolie is a good fight, but will Lawrence Okolie get another chance? Because wherever he goes, if it's a close fight and it's going to be like an hard fight for him, for Lawrence, he runs out of ideas when he can't stop him, doesn't he? And he stinks the place out. Now, he stunk it out with Chamberlain, and he definitely stunk it out with Matty Askin. So, as far as I'm concerned, I want to see Glover against Okolie, because Okolie's going to be a bad guy, in him. I mean, even casuals have turned on him, haven't they? So, that's just my opinion, and I'm entitled to it. Now, Anthony Fowler, he's 8-0 now, isn't he? He's wanting a Commonwealth title fight. I want to see Anthony Fowler. I want to see him step up. Now, I want to see him step up. I'd like to see him fight Liam Williams. And I'd like to see light middleweight division be strong. I think that I'd like to see Kalle Sauerland do a light middleweight tournament, because I think it's a division that gets forgot about. I think you're either a welterweight or a middleweight, aren't you, round about that weight? I think the light middle is like the forgotten division, like the light heavyweight was for years, but now it's light heavyweights. It's warmer than the super middleweight division that's dominated for years, isn't it? So, but anyway, straight into Dave Allen, the White Rhino, flying the flag for Doncaster, and I'm pleased for him. He stopped Nebo. You wouldn't say Nebo's his best win, would you? I think Nick Webb beats Nebo. But it's all about getting yourself in the right frame of mind. If Dave's on the ball, he's fit and his mind's right, you know, I'd take him to win a Commonwealth title easy. I think he beats Lenroy Thomas if they have a rematch, but who want to see that again? I think Dave's on his own journey now, so good luck to him. Joshua Buatsi, what can I say about that kid there? He doesn't sell a ticket, but he's an Olympic medalist. He's I might be wrong on that. I think he's an Olympic medalist. He's a good fighter. Joshua's signed him on. He's going to get all breaks, isn't he? Now, I think he goes all the way. I want to see him in with Yarde. They've both got to fight somebody sooner or later. But I think what Eddie will try and do, he'll try and feed Frank Buglioni to him, won't he? Thinking that Frank's a spent force. And then I think they'll probably try and do, who knows, they might even go for a Jose Burton fight. They're talking about that now, aren't they? He probably don't rate Jose Burton if he thinks that Buatsi beats him, but we need to see Buatsi in with a challenge, don't we? We need to see Joshua Buatsi challenged. So, but well done to him. He seems a gentleman, seems a nice guy, he doesn't have an agenda. I don't think he's reading off a script like Femi. But anyway, jumping over to the other show, the Barry McGuigan show. Well done to Chantel Cameron, winning IBO. I think that's a good win for her. Everybody knows I rate the IBO belt. A lot of people don't. I do. A lot of hardcores rate it. I rate it better than WBO, to be honest. Other things that happened on the show, the Robbie Davis Jr. fight against Glenn Foot, because that were a bit of a tough fight, wasn't it? But I'm really pleased for Robbie Davis Jr. He lost his dad, and that can't be nice at all. So well done to Robbie Davis Jr. I think he deserved the win. Tough guy though, that Glenn Foot. Very tough guy. Very tough. But onwards and upwards for Robbie Davis Jr. I'd like to see him fight O'Hara Davis. I think that's a good fight. Yeah, I think that's a really good fight. Jumping over to another show, Zolano Tetti. He beat that Mikhail Oloyin, didn't he? Beat him. So Lee McGregor won Commonwealth title, didn't he? In 12th round, good, well done to him. So there were some good fights on yesterday, and getting to the going straight to the Eddie Hearn main event, right? Eddie Hearn's main event. Lewis Ritson against Patera, the Italian kid. I had Ritson losing by, now I've watched it twice, 3 rounds. I think he ran out of ideas. I think he's a nice kid, he says all the right things, he's very humble, I like him. And I know his manager, Phil Jeffries, that's the father of Tony Jeffries. I met him 3.5 years ago, a nice kid. He took me and my mate Patrick Cummins in his black Range Rover from Rutland Hotel at Sheffield to the fight when his fighter Thomas Asomba fought one of Dennis's fighters. And I swear to God, we were going through Sheffield about 95 mile an hour, 100 mile an hour on up Attercliffe, and I thought, he's going to kill us, this guy here. He was going round corners like a crazy man. And I swear to God, honestly, frightened me to death. But top guy, Phil Jeffries, and he's done well for Ritson, and they've got a good little thing going up there. And I could see how a lot of people in the game are saying that Eddie were looking to build a relationship with Newcastle United and put Ritson on a pay-per-view there against somebody. And you know, he'd already made the Alan Shearer connection, or as everybody's saying, the Geordie connection. And Steve Rafe probably organised that for him. He's well in up there. Steve is a good pal of mine. They do good shows up there, and they like the boxing. And I feel for Ritson losing, because it's probably put Eddie back 18 months now. That, because if he'd have won that, they'd have been pushing for a world title. Then they would have been pushing for a pay-per-view, and they'd have probably got a lot of sales up there in Newcastle. So I think it's a shame, but I think Ritson will come again. I've heard he's been saying that he needs a nutritionist and a strength and conditioner. Why? They wouldn't have been saying that if they'd got the decision. It was a split decision. I don't know why they got it. One guy had it 4 rounds to Ritson, so the fix were in, wasn't it? Eh? Jesus, what were he watching? What were the guy watching? Ritson's admitted he lost. So how did they have it 4 rounds to him? So what can we do about this judging? It's as fans of boxing, we need to make a stance. What do you think about that Rough Mosh or Collie's back? What do you think? Two of my big fans, love old Porky, them two. What do you think? Eh? Internet warriors, what do you think about what should we do to address the judges? Why don't you both get your cameras out, pay a downloading bill, and put some YouTube videos up? What you two think about we should do about judges, because you've got plenty to say for yourselves on social media. Get out and do a video. Do some videos. Be men. Be real people. But yeah, Jose Burton, he had a quick stoppage, didn't he? Well done to Jose Burton. I want to see Scott Fitzgerald against Fowler. What Fowler's done is followed the Matchroom narrative, and he's picked a guy out and they're trying to build a fight up with the guy. A bit like Lawrence Okoli and Chamberlain. They kept saying they had intense beef. More like funny fucking pheasant, or sexy squid, or smashed up spam. Do you know what I mean? But you know, Anthony Fowler's taking advice of Caldwell and Bellew. They'll be saying, call somebody out, we're going to try and get you an headline show, you've got to have intense beef. So you're going to get Anthony Fowler every first chance he gets, every time he gets on IFL or behind the gloves, or every time there's a camera, he's going to be saying, I want you, Scott Fitzgerald, I want you. You can run but you can't hide. Can't duck me forever. He's going to be coming out with all that intense beef. They've all got intense beef. It's fucking unbelievable. Let's just hope it's not intense Mexican beef. But we'll see, won't we? But as regards to Fowler, he's doing what he's told to do. When he calls somebody out, you both had, what, 8 fights. They're trying to do a Lawrence Okoli Chamberlain. They're trying to headline a show and get the names out there. And you can't blame them, can you? You can see it coming a mile off. Every time you see Fowler, he's talking, as I've just said, about Scott Fitzgerald. But I always say this, go your own fucking way. Go your own way. Be your own man. Go to America and learn your trade. Stop hanging around in the gym up there because Bellew manages you. Get on a flight and go to America and do the job properly. Learn your trade. Light middleweight's dead in England, in my opinion. It's fucking dead. If it were any good, Kell Brook would be in Division Money, instead of boiling down to 147 and squirming about it, squealing about it. But it is what it is not. But I think that's about all we really want to talk about today. Let's have a look. Let me just check on this other one, because I had telly going on internet yesterday at the same time. No, I know I won it. I just want to check round. Yeah, so yeah, he got beat. Martin Bakole got beat. So basically, Billy Nelson were going on about Martin Bakole being the second coming of Sonny Liston, and basically I thought he looked like a fat Riddick Bowe, to be honest, but a worse version. That's just my opinion. So it's just one of them things, isn't it? What I find amazing about Martin Bakole is nobody can find his fucking age. I wonder what's going on. No, nobody knows how old he is, do they? So, you know, it's a mystery, innit? It's a mystery. But the guy's he's had a defeat. For Intercontinental IBO belt last night on the Barry McGuigan show. So he's going to be devastated. So all that sparring he's had with Anthony Joshua and Hughie Fury in the last few months, it's not worked out. It didn't work out for Matty Askin either, so let's just hope that Hughie wins this fight. I think he will though. But Michael Hunter, he looks a decent kid, him. Yeah, I know he's got a defeat to Alexander Usyk, but you know, that was for world title, won it at cruiserweight. Do you know what I mean? Last year. So as far as I'm concerned, Usyk just mows everybody down, doesn't he? Either wins on points or stops them. But you know, he's fought another guy 11-0, and he's actually won. He fought Usyk when he was 11-0. But look at the fighters he's fought in. Michael Hunter, he's fought 1, 2, 3. He's fought 4 undefeated fighters, and he's 15-1. 15-1 and 4 undefeated. The guy's 30-year-old, so he's got a good future ahead of him. So good luck to him. Yeah, I forgot to check what round it was. Yeah. So it's one of them things, isn't it? It's 10th round, wasn't it? Yeah, 10th round KO. So Martin Bakole carrying all that extra timber, it didn't work for him, did it? But looked a decent fight. It looked a decent fight, that. And like I said, I was back and forth watching that, and my head was like spinning round in the bedroom. I was texting Gaz off on WhatsApp, a kid who I've met through internet, and he didn't even know it were on. McGuigan fight, same as not many people knew Dennis's show on the other night. And which brings me to the question: are promoters doing the job right? If people don't know boxing's on, what's going on? Do you know what I mean? It's anyway. In other news, let's have a look at that. What's been going on? Well, Chisora was making a lot of noise, and Dillian Whyte's holding out. He's wanting the money in it. Eddie's going to put the pressure on Dillian Whyte in the next few days, but Dillian Whyte's that stubborn. He might just tell Del Boy to jog on, because Del Boy's not going to want to fight anybody. Because what Del Boy are you going to get? I mean, everybody has said he was washed up in 2014, didn't they? Were it 14 when he fought Tyson, or were it beginning of 15? He fought Tyson, didn't he? I think it was 2014. I'm right about that time. That were over 40. He fought Tyson for second time 4 years ago, around about that. They said he was washed up then, and he's been beat a handful of times since then, hasn't he? Or a few times. So as far as I'm concerned, Derek's not going to dare have another fight if he's got a chance of a pay-per-view, I can assure you. Now he needs to get it out his head that Dillian Whyte got the decision, because that makes him the 60-40, doesn't it, now, for a fight. You can't be screaming about 50-50. But Dillian can't say it's 70-30, because it was a split, wasn't it? And a lot of people had him winning. But no, it's boxing, isn't it? So I see Shakur Stevenson won again. So he's coming on strong, isn't he? Tabiti won on points against Pfeiffer. He's doing well in WBSS. So like I said, there was some good boxing on yesterday and some good stuff to catch up on. Which brings me to the 32 names for the Hall of Fame for 2019. Now, I wonder if the time limit's bang on for Carl Froch to get in, or does it have to be 5 years after the ballot? I'm not sure. But if Carl Froch's last fight were May 2014, and he had 5 years onto that, it's June 2019, so nobody's said anything to me about Carl being on the 32 name ballot, so I'm a bit wondered if that's the case. And I know Carl will be, because we've heard back off people that he's definitely going to be a first balloter, so I hope so. But well done to Robbie Davies Jr. as far as I'm concerned. Him and Patira, that were the performances of the night. Yeah, Dave Allen and Boazzi won in one round, didn't they? But they should have won really quick, didn't they, in the first round? So, but Tyson's making a lot of noise about Wilder. I hope he beats him. He's a masterful boxer, and I think he should. But I don't think it's the Tyson that beat Vladimir, and I'm fed up of people on here, all you mongs, emailing me total abuse, going on about the fact that I said Tyson's not the lineal champion. Get it into your heads. Tyson Fury is not the lineal champion at the moment. There isn't a lineal champion. Alright? There isn't. And if there is a lineal champion, it'll probably be Wilder against Joshua if Tyson loses. But then it can't go all the way back to John L. Sullivan like Tyson says, can it? Or Bob Fitzsimmons, or whoever it is, because we've had breaks in between certain people, haven't we? Certain people have retired. Yes, people won the lineal championship, or were known as the lineal champion in 120 years ago, or wherever it was. But let's have it right. Tyson were out of the game, wasn't he? And Laniel, it's 2 years, is it? Or is that ring belt? There's a lot of confusion around it. Even I get it wrong. But you can't just come back after that and say Laniel champion. He's not got a belt. Now people need to stop it. All you fanboys, I'm a fan of Tyson's as well, just like you all. But I deal in facts, just like I dealt in facts with probably my greatest ever breakdown on a video on this channel. The Dennis Hobson video is the greatest one I've ever done. And I say that myself. So if people want to look at that video and then look at my very first video with Hakeem Nasser, you'll see how much I've come on, how much confident I am in front of the camera. But that's my best video I've done, the Dennis Hobson one. So it's just straight talking with statistics, and Dennis ain't got a problem with it. So thanks for Dennis for your kind words today, and same back to you and your family. But I deal in facts, and it was hard for me to do it then, but that's boxing, isn't it? So anyway, peace out. Shout out to K Official, shout out to the Tea Leaf Company at Brighton at Justin, shout out to Will at Colourworks, Marnus at Charnwood Kitchens, and Jason at Ledger Frames Conisborough, and Ali at Churchill's Tailors. Thank you very much for all your support. Peace out. Keep on trucking.